We all need it and we all want it. Money. I guarantee if you use these 4 simple law of attraction techniques, you will create more money. You know, money is a neutral energy. You either create struggle with it or you create affluence with it, meaning you feel like it has more power than you and you're at odds with it constantly and there's never enough and you're always worrying about it and you have a lot of frightful energy and experiences with it, and it has patterns that play out continually. You're not able to accumulate it. That's struggle with money. If you're on the positive side with money and you're creating affluence, you know that money's always there to support you. It shows up with grace and ease. It's an abundant supply. You have a lovely, friendly relationship with it. You recognize that it's a tool in your life. It's a resource. It's an energy of exchange. We live at a time when money is mostly experienced through digital form. We're not paying for most things with dollar bills and cash. We're using electronic devices actually more and more. There's even apps to transfer money. There's all your bank accounts can be looked on. You can look at them online. You're not having to note you're not writing checks anymore, and having to balance your checking account. And your credit, you have a lot of automatic payments. So the good news is money is in a state of energy more than a tangible state. When something's operating more freeform as energy, you can create what you want with it more freely. So you're either going to ramp up creating more debt or creating more affluence with money. Which side of the spectrum are you on? You have an abundance with money. That's a given. You can either create an abundance of debt or you can create abundance of flow and accumulation. My story, I learned quick, man. It was 1994. We had $45,000 in credit card debt. No income. Neither my husband and I had any employment that brought in predictable, steady income. I was starting out my energy healing coaching and therapy career. It was very unpredictable at the time. I was one of the first ones to get into that space and build a business around it. And his pattern was playing out very profusely, that money was a struggle. He came from that in his family system. When you look at your story with money, how closely does it reflect the same story your parents created? What are the same things you're still saying about money that you learned in your childhood? I found that money as a struggle experience is typically a generational pattern that you have an opportunity to change, that you can actually release yourself from that generational story that's keeping you captive with money being a struggle, and you can create your own story with money. I had an aha many years ago that money wanted to be my friend. It wanted to support me. It wanted to be my ally. It no longer wanted to be the bad guy. So around 1994, at the end of the year, I started working on that. I shared with my husband that we were creating what we were experiencing with money. We had a great epiphany one day when he looked at me. We were driving in the car and he said to me, "Do you have any money?" And I said, "No, I never have any money." And it was like, oh my gosh, I just totally put that out. I keep putting that vibration out into the universe. That's the signal I send over and over. It's like this powerful radio wave. And what do I keep getting? Not enough money. We drove immediately to the ATM and took cash out. And we made a vow with each other that we, from that day forward, always have cash in our wallet. I have been consistent with that practice for 23 years now. I have a nice wallet. I invested in something that was nicer. So here's my first tip. My first tip, get some cash on your body. Get it in your space. I carry several $100s in cash at any given time. I never go below $100. That's been the case for 23 years. Now, if you get freaked out to put $100 in your wallet, first look at your history with this. Do you have cash in your wallet? If you're afraid to carry cash in your wallet because you think you're going to spend it, someone's going to steal it, something's going to happen, you want to bring that into your space to clear all that stuff. Get rid of it. It's not serving you. So get the energy in your physical space of real, tangible money, cash, even if you get $25, but make them all single dollar bills. So it's really thick. Give yourself that experience with money and see what it brings up for you. What fears does it provoke? what issues start coming to the surface, you want to clean that all up. So first step, get cash in your wallet. Create a physical connection with money, because it may be very elusive. That money is so elusive to you because it's so untangible. You just aren't able to get a connection. This will help you ground energy, the energy of money in your physical space. My second step that will support you is to no longer say, and I made a commitment with myself in 1994 that I was going to stop saying this, and I did it. I have not expressed this since that. When I'm in, I'm full on in, and I stopped saying I can't afford it. I just stopped saying it. And it took me a little longer to stop thinking it, but I stopped verbalizing it because I recognized how potent this phrase was, and that I was setting myself up over and over again to not being able to afford anything I wanted. And you'll find that when you say it to your children, it's a real scapegoat that parents use with kids, especially at stores. We can't afford it. We can't afford it. You're teaching them to be poor. You're teaching them to not believe in options. You're teaching them that we don't have enough money, and that's the reason we cannot purchase it. And in most cases, you could. It's really not the reason. It's just a quick out. So what you do when you say that, notice how the energy, where does it go? It closes. It's like, I can't afford it. You've shut off your flow to money. When you say, let me give you the replacement phrase, because I'm not suggesting you go out and buy a bunch of stuff when you don't have the financial resources to make wise, you want to make wise purchases with the money you have. You don't want to overspend. You don't want to create debt. So people get weirded out by this and say, well, I can't say I can afford it. Well, we're going to tweak that a little bit. Use this phrase. I can afford to believe in it. I can afford to believe that the money will show up for me. What happens when you speak that, think that? It opens. You flow the energy of money to you. I can afford to believe that I can have this experience. It can be a part of my life. That money will show up and support me. And I'm excited to see when and where and how it does. Let it show up for you. Let it flow. So remember, no more, I cannot afford it. Switch it to, I can afford to believe in money showing up for me. Feel that difference? It's remarkable. I love that switch. The third step is clear your energy of being stuck in life of struggle. Well, where do you go to do that? Go to my stuck quiz. See, money is one of the biggest resources we create struggle with. And so you just overall carry a struggle energy in your system. It's just a habit. You're conditioned to struggle with something. And so one of the easiest things to create struggle with is money. So go to caroltuttle.com and you're going to see right there on the page, you can take my stuck quiz. I'll take you through my masterclass to help you clear your stuck energy, and you'll start clearing this energy of struggle. Life is a struggle. I'm struggling with this. I struggle with money. You can let go of that now. So get rid of the struggle energy. Start believing you can live an affluent life. The fourth step, I want you to say this and see what comes up for you. One of my favorite affirmations with money is, I love money and money loves me. So just think or speak that right out loud right now. I love money. Does that make you feel worldly, sacrilegious? All you care about is money. You're not a good person. Money's more important to you than people. It's like, what comes forward when you say, I love money? Do you have a religious tie-in with that money is the root of all evil? Money is neutral. Money is nothing. It just becomes whatever you project onto it. Money makes you more of whoever you are as a human being. If you're a kind, good person, it gives you more options to use your kindness and goodness because it's a tool to help you make choices and create stuff and share it and do amazing things in the world. So money is just neutral. It will create whatever you give it, whatever energy you give it. So once I recognized and got rid of all the misunderstandings about money And I recognized that money was a powerful tool that gave me more choices, that allowed me to experience more, to serve more, to support my needs and wants. And to be able to really embrace that phrase, I love money and money loves me, to have a loving, kind relationship with money and to see it as a spiritual tool and a beautiful resource in my life, more of it started to show up for me. I appreciated it for that resource it is. So start to say that. And again, you want to provoke whatever stuff you carry that would cause you to shut down. Because when you shut down with money, money shuts down for you. So 4 simple steps, use them. I knew that if I started practicing this way back in 1994, my life would look dramatically different in a year, 5 years, 10 years. Here it is 23 years later. I have completely cleaned up decades ago my issues with money. Money shows up in my life. It's a beautiful resource. I want that for you. So use these 4 simple tools to get the law of attraction working for you to help you create more money. Subscribe to my channel here so you can get my weekly Heal with Carol videos. And make sure you check out the ones we've already published here on YouTube. Thanks for watching, everyone. And go take that stuck quiz, caroltuttle.com, and get rid of that struggle energy.